The government continues to have relief and recovery operations for areas devastated by Typhoon Yolanda. Resources will be a major factor to maintain the current pace. With the Supreme Court's decision of declaring the PDAF as unconstitutional, what is left for the fund for the year? 14 billion pesos can be realigned. How can this be done? So joining us tonight here on NewsLife via phone patch is Budget Secretary Butch Abad. Good evening, sir, and welcome to NewsLife.
Good evening.
Sir, previously you mentioned that we are expecting a huge amount from the leftover PDAF to help augment the expenses for the calamity fund. Now that the PDAF is considered unconstitutional, what is the plan now?
Well, the effect of that declaration also invalidates the appropriation for the PDAF. That's why the Supreme Court said that the funding for PDAF has to be remitted back to the Treasury. So that if the administration wishes to use the 14.6 billion left over from the 2013 PDAF, then what we need to do, since anyway both chambers of Congress have agreed to give it up and use it to add funds for the relief and rehabilitation programs in the land-affected area, then what we need to do is to submit a supplementary budget to Congress and apply the funds from the PDAF for our calamity fund.
Sir, if this is submitted, how soon do you think can the Congress act on it?
Well, I think the President is going to issue a certification that this is an urgent measure, and it certainly is. And so that will cut the time by which this process is going to enact a supplementary budget. So I think if we submit the supplementary budget early next week, they should be able to finish that well before they adjourn for the recess for Christmas break.
Sir, we are now on day 12 after the Super Typhoon Yolanda. How much has been spent by the government so far for the massive relief and recovery efforts?
Well, right now Italy has gone past, at least the national government, 5 billion pesos, but that's excluding what the different agencies have already spent by way of their quick response funds. So we should be hitting about 7 to 8 billion already just for the relief operation. But I don't have the details here, but I think that is a general estimate that I can give you.
Sir, we also have $256 million from the foreign community. How is this helping us augment our budget needs for the relief and recovery efforts?
Well, you know, much of that is in pledges as of yet, no? And I think many of them will start coming in next year. So right now, we're pretty much relying on national government funds. But there have already been also foreign aid coming in, mostly by way of, not cash, but by way of equipment, food, tents, and shelter. And it's difficult to say how much all of this altogether would cost, but they're a significant and substantial amount.
Sir, it was also mentioned that a website will be set up for the recording or for transparency of all these donations. What is the status of this website so far?
Well, the web... Sorry. The website was launched last month, and it's called the Foreign Aid Transparency Hub. And as of the launch last Monday, a total of 11, the equivalent of 11 billion pesos from different denominations have come into the country, and we expect to receive much more.
All right, sir. Sir, okay, finally, NEDA is planning this early, a reconstruction plan. Is there a need for Congress to include this in the proposed 2014 national budget, and how much do you think will it cost, more or less?
Well, the cost of the rehabilitation and reconstruction plan will be substantial, but that will not be forthcoming very soon, because that's what the NEDA and the DPWH are doing, trying to put together the post-disaster needs assessment, on the basis of which we can put together the continuing relief as well as the rehabilitation and reconstruction plan. But we are making adjustments in the budget so that we can provide the budget cover, as well as increase certain items in the budget. So when we sit down with the Congress next week, for example, we can increase the calamity fund. We can also increase the quick response funds of the different agencies, and maybe add 2 more agencies like the DOTC and DOH, agencies that will have a quick response fund. And we will also be adjusting proposed to adjust the unprogrammed fund, so that when the special loans come in, we will be able to have standby appropriations.
All right, thank you very much. On that note, that's Secretary Butch Abad from the Department of Budget and Management.